Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a safe and happy Halloween and they didn't eat too much candy. BJ here from BJ Drinks Beer, and it's a little bit late, but it's still Saturday night with BJ. Um, don't know how long I'm going to be on because I'm already starting to get really tired, but we'll see what happens. And I have no beer tonight except for this non-alcoholic beer and potentially another non-alcoholic beer that doesn't even really count because it doesn't have any yeast in it. So yeah, this one is from Yards. Um, this one is a non-alcoholic hazy IPA. Contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume. And it is called Filthy Zero. All right. Got some haze to it, but it's not super hazy. Let's get a light behind it. Come on. There it is. Alright, as you can see, it's not the haziest, but it's definitely got some haze to it. Come on. Alright, on the nose. Let's try that again. On the nose. On the nose. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the aroma you would expect from an IPA. Doesn't even really seem non-alcoholic. Definitely has a lot going on in there. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Let's get rid of that little skeleton guy. Definitely getting citrus notes, maybe some tropical notes, maybe a little bit of pineapple. Let's give it a try. Wow. Yeah, typically NA IPAs are not very satisfying and they all kind of have the same flavor profile going on. But this one is very unique. This one actually, it's the most convincing NA I've come across. Yeah, definitely nice and fresh. Typically, NA IPAs have I don't know how to put it, but they taste kind of they have a very uniform taste. It's consistent throughout all of them, and this one doesn't have that. I can't really describe that flavor. But if you've had a few NA IPAs, then you know what I'm talking about. This one doesn't have that. This one is actually very, very good, very satisfying for an NA. Although no NA can be completely satisfying. Very easy drinking. Very light on the palate. Yeah, you get your citrusy notes, you get your tropical hints of tropical notes, maybe a little pineapple, maybe a little mango. Minimal bitterness, but the bitterness is definitely there, which is important in an NAIPA. I've had a few that just come off tasting like fruit juice, and that's not what you want out of an NAIPA. Yeah, very easy drinking. Very, very tasty. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks. My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you've had this one, if you've had this one or anything else from Yards, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it? This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one is available now at Joe Canals in Marlton. Rating. Rating. It is almost convincing as, it might take me a few sips before I realize this is an NA. Very, very good stuff. Probably the best NA IPA I've ever had. I'm going to give this one 4.5 out of 5. I guess I should have saved a little bit. You haven't had anything, if you haven't had anything from Yards, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. Philly Pale Ale, I mean, you can just throw those back all day. Same with Brawler, excellent stuff. Yards IPA is great stuff, and all their newer stuff is great too. Trash Talk, phenomenal. Yeah, you're not going to have a bad experience with anything from Yards. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. Well, that went fast. But stay tuned. A couple THC beverages coming up, and then I think this will be a short night. Maybe 45 minutes or so. We'll see. Uh, but yeah, let me go ahead and grab the next beverage. Yeah, we'll do that. Be right back. In keeping with the theme of non-alcoholic hazy IPAs, I figured I'd try this one. This one has 0 alcohol. It's not made with yeast, so technically it's not a beer. And it has 10 milligrams of THC and 10 milligrams of CBD. It's a hazy IPA, like I said. It's called Cloud 9 from Triple Switch Brewing. If you guys were watching last night, you saw I tried the stout from Triple Switch, and I don't want to immediately give anything away, but I have a feeling I will throughout the course of this review. But I'll try not to. I guess I could have read the can. All right, let's see what we got here. 60 calories. That's about all that's water, malt, oats, wheat, barley, hops, natural flavors, hemp-based Delta 9, THC emulsion, hemp-based CBD emulsion. Juicy, citrusy, forward The juicy citrus forward non-alcoholic New England style IPA with a light hoppy finish. Having had a few others from these guys, not too excited for this. Yeah, not super hazy, but maybe a little bit hazier than the yards. All right, on the nose. Oh God, it smells like livestock feed. Let's give it a try. And when I say that, like I get no like citrusy, juicy notes, nothing like that. Just like hay and like yeah. Let's give it a try. This does not resemble a New England IPA at all. Um, it's more like a really bad maybe American style or West Coast IPA. I wouldn't say West Coast because it doesn't have any like maltiness to it. But yeah, this one it tastes like livestock feed with some back end bitterness. I get no juiciness. I get no citrusiness. I get no citrus. All right, maybe on the front end there's a little bit of citrus, but it it really just kind of blends in with the hop bitterness. Yeah, this one, I mean, it kind of almost tastes exactly like the stout. Um, and I believe I gave that a 2 out of 5 last night, if I'm not mistaken. See, I already gave it away. Um, but yeah, this one, like literally tastes like livestock feed. Um, I mean, very light on the palate, dry and bitter on the back end. Just an awful flavor throughout. Um, don't want to finish this. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't resemble a New England IPA at all, and it just doesn't taste good. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. While you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you've had this one or anything else from Triple Switch, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one, good luck. Rating. Why did I do that? 2.5 out of 5. Uh, just not very good. Um, it's growing on me about halfway through, but it just kind of tastes like dirty water tea with like a hint of orange. Um, salesman came in and tried to sell it to me. I don't remember who distributed. I don't remember who distribute. I can't talk. I don't remember who distributes it, but yeah, they came and tried to sell it to me, and I told them I was like, this isn't going to do well. This is not something that people want, and especially because it's not very good. But yeah, 2.5 out of 5. I gave the stout a 2 out of 5, and that was awful. and this tastes very similar. But this is more like I said, like tea made with dirty water, with like a hint of orange. Yeah, it doesn't resemble a New England IPA at all. And the stout, like if you go back, last night I reviewed their stout, and it wasn't even that it was watery. It was that there was nothing roasty about it. There was nothing. It just tastes like livestock feed and like a hint of chocolate on the back end. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like I tried to explain to these guys, the salesman that came in, like your average craft. And I might have said this last night, but your average craft beer drinker isn't looking for THC infused non-alcoholic craft beer. They're just going to get a shot of Uncle Arnie's or something, and be done with it. If if that's something they want to do. And your average THC drinker doesn't want something that resembles beer but isn't very good and has THC in it. It's just like a lose lose on like who are you selling this to? Like there's no customer for this. Um, and I'm a guy, I drink craft beer and I drink THC beverages, but never once have I been like, let's put them together. And if I did, they have the flavorless or flavored 750 milliliter bottles of liquid THC that I could just throw into an IPA or something. It's not something that especially because it's not good. If it was good, I could see that there being people who would want this, but it's just not very good. And I feel bad about it because they were really nice guys. The salesman, I'm sure there's a lot of really nice people like who work for this company, but this is a losing product right here, in my opinion. And I'm not finishing that right now. Like it doesn't. It more so resembles watered down orange juice than a New England IPA, if that makes any sense. Anyway, yeah, let me go ahead and grab the next beverage. I don't know what it's going to be, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab one and surprise myself. Um, there's a few to choose from, and I don't know what's what, so it'll be a surprise. Be right back. All right. This one, it has sounded interesting to me since I've heard about it. It is a THC infused sparkling drink, 5 milligrams THC, 5 milligrams CBD, and the flavor is water lemon. Uh, Sparkling hemp drink with natural flavors. That's never a good sign. 50 calories, 7 grams sugar. So it's in that good zone. It's where you want it, where chances are they're not putting anything artificial into it, and there's going to be like a hint of flavor. Uh, Ingredients: purified sparkling water, natural watermelon, lemon juice, concentrate blend, organic agave nectar. Okay, agave nectar, so there's going to be some sweetness from that. Natural flavors, don't like that. Citric acid, malic acid, naturally derived hemp extract. Made in California. Okay. All right. All right. So here's a look at the can. Um, this one I think. Well, I'll get into that later. Um, yeah, super excited to try this. It sounds really good. On the news. Wow, this is going to be really good. I just hope that there's some flavor intensity there. The watermelon and the lemon definitely coming through strong. Uh, like I said, I just hope that flavor intensity matches the aroma. Let's get let's give it a try. Okay, yeah. Um, just enough flavor intensity, just enough sweetness to keep you interested. It's not too sweet, and it doesn't taste like, it doesn't have any artificial aftertaste or anything like that. It tastes very clean. Um, yeah, the watermelon and lemon flavors are subtle as they should be, and just very, very good. Yeah, very crushable. Um, very can I say this? Very refreshing. Um, and of course, it's got the right amount of carbonation for a seltzer. It's not overly carbonated. And I'm not a fan of the carbonation at all, but I get it. I understand it's a seltzer. It has to be carbonated. If this is flat, people wouldn't like it. I would love it, but the general public wouldn't like it as much. Um, yeah, no, like I said, no like artificial aftertaste, but I mean the flavor that it leaves you with um, is faint enough that it's not dry. It's definitely sweet on the back end, but the flavor is faint enough where you definitely are going to go back for another sip quicker. The flavor it's almost where you after you like chew bubble gum for a few minutes. That's what that is. I was wondering what was in that. Like how the flavor wears out. Like that's kind of like about 30-45 seconds after the sip, you're left with that, and you just want another sip right away, and ends up being very crushable. Whew. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you've had this one or anything else from Jungle, why don't you go ahead and leave a little bit something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting, sounds like something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? What? What? If you would like to find this one, I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% that we have it in stock right now, but I'm pretty sure we carry this at Jokin House in Marlton. You would think I would know these things. It's just because the distributor that carries these guys has been out. I haven't seen a salesperson in like 2 months, but they just sent a salesperson. I just put an order in, so I should be getting these in this week, unless they were out of stock. Anyway, rating, rating. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. Um, it's right where you want it to be as far as sweetness, sugar content. Um, it's it's everything you would expect it to be, and it doesn't let you down in any of those aspects. Very good stuff. Um, I would rate it higher if it had just a little bit more flavor intensity to it, but you know, as it is, 4 out of 5. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. But stick around. I've got a few. Ooh, I've got a few more coming up. But I've only been on about a half hour, 26 minutes now. So yeah, I guess I will go ahead and bang out a couple more. I don't have any beer, so I'm not going to get drunk. Just going to get tired and like goofy. Oh god, this is so bad. Yeah, I don't need to finish that. Whew. Let me go ahead and set up the next one. What I got here? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we have. Okay. All right, so this one is a TH fused lemonade. It's a sativa sipper, 10 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD, and it's by Ike Hike. Just kidding. They're called If You Know, You Know. And it's got 50 calories, 12 grams sugar. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit sweeter, you know, than your typical. Well, it's a lemonade. It's not a seltzer, so I guess that makes sense. Ingredients. Ingredients: water, organic cane sugar, lemon juice concentrate, lemon extract, natural flavor, hemp extract, stevia extract, monk fruit extract. Except for that stevia, I'm on board. All right. Looks like you would expect the lemonade to look on the nose. Uh, doesn't have as strong of an aroma as I would have expected, but I mean, definitely smells like lemons. Let's give it a try. Okay. It tastes like those freeze pops, the long ones where you got to like figure a way to get the end off. Um, it's like a watered down green one. It's exactly what it tastes like. Yeah, it stops just short of having that tartness that you would expect from a lemonade. The sweetness is definitely there, but it's not cloyingly sweet. The flavor intensity is low to mild. Not a very strong flavor. It's deep down in there. Very crushable, very easy drinking. Not a lot to slow you down. Um, yeah, just like a hint of tartness in there, but not a ton. It does taste a lot like one of uh, those ice pops. Yeah, yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, like as you can see, very very easy drinking. It's been what, a couple minutes, and I'm already half done it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not a lot to say about this one. You're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you've had this one or anything else from If You Know, You Know, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds good, sounds interesting. Maybe it's something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one, we do not currently carry this one at Joe Canals in Marlton, but there's a good chance we could soon. Rating. Um, yeah, it's pretty good, but it definitely falls short of being like that good. I'm gonna give this one a 3.5 out of 5. Uh, Again, a little more flavor intensity would have done the trick here, and I get that like that's what people are looking for, the mild flavor, but I'm a craft beer drinker. I need that flavor intensity. And I know, it sounds like a me thing, but I've had a couple lemonades in the THC world that were maybe not as great ingredient wise, but flavor wise, definitely better than this. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Ow, bit the inside of my lip. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. Whew. But stick around. Um, I'm just banging them out rapid fire. That's like what, number four? Well, 3.5. I didn't quite finish that one, and I'm not going to. But yeah, I have a bunch more sitting in the fridge. And what am I up to? 25 milligrams so far. So yeah, I should be in good shape. Yeah, 25. 10, 10, 10. And I only drank half of that. Oh, and less than 0.5% alcohol. All right. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not looking forward to breaking the seal. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though. Uh, let's see. Next up. So, if you saw the stream last night, I was super excited. I was super excited to try this espresso martini. It was a THC infused espresso martini, and it was A, carbonated. I still can't get over that. And B, the worst coffee I've ever tasted. This tasted like chock full of nuts, straight up. It tasted like instant chock full of nuts, uh, carbonated. It was one of the worst things I've ever had. I don't know why I gave it a 2. I should have given it a 1 or a 1.5 out of 5. So this next one, maybe not the next one. Yeah, I might as well. I'm talking it up now. So this next one I'm drinking is also from them, and for some stupid reason, um, so they're like cocktail inspired THC beverages. They're all carbonated. When has anyone ever had a carbonated margarita? When has anyone had a carbonated lemon drop? I don't get it. Like a carbonated espresso martini, carbonated coffee. Oh my god! Yeah, I couldn't stop repeating that phrase last night. Carbonated coffee. Um, it was really just one of the worst things I've ever had, and especially because a couple weeks previous I had one of the best coffees I've ever had, and it was a THC infused coffee beverage. So, beverage. Uh, so yeah. So this one is from them. I don't remember what they're called because I've blocked them out of my mind, but I'll tell you in a minute. Do I have anything? I mean, I have plenty I can do otherwise, but you know what? I got to do this one. I gotta see how bad this is going to be. I'll be right back. Whew. So, so this one is from D9 Mist. It is an organic hemp mocktail, 10 milligrams Delta 9 THC, lemon drop style. 0 calories, zero sugar, non alcoholic. Excuse me. Carbonated water, lemon juice, concentrate, THC emulsion. Oh, okay. So this is straight up just like lemon and water. Oh, natural flavors. There it is. And whatever Reb M is. All right. Uh, Well, I already set it up, and you know I'm not too excited to try this. It's just something I gotta like see how bad it is. So here we go. Isn't that supposed to be carbonated? Hmm. Well, it is just very lightly. Got it all over the place. All right. On the next. Ah, like lemon and cat pee. Honestly, like yeah. Let's give it a try. The only thing good about this is that it has pretty low flavor intensity. Not like lemony at all. Like, just kind of tastes like cleaning solution or something. Something you would clean your bathroom with. And maybe even like a little piney, which I'm not understanding at all. Yeah, this is pretty bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as that carbonated coffee, the carbonated espresso martini that I had last night. Nowhere near that bad. Yeah, this is leaps and bounds beyond that. Yeah, it's like watered down pine sol and lemon pledge mixed together and carbonated. I'm not even. Yeah, I'm so upset with this. I'm not even going to do the whole spiel. This one, I guess a 2.5 out of 5. If I gave the carbonated espresso martini a 2, then this definitely has to get a 2.5. Oh, yeah. I hear very good things about Breckenridge Brewery. I've only ever had their vanilla porter, and I wasn't a fan. But I know a lot of people are really into them. Excuse me. Whew. And it doesn't even like get better as you keep drinking it. Yeah, this was really bad. I knew it was going to be bad, so I'm not disappointed or anything. But yeah, this set my face. Oh, all right. Well, that was super discouraging. Yes, I can do one more. Yeah, I'll do one more. I got a couple to choose from, but since it's only one more, maybe I have I think it's 30 milligram grapefruit seltzer. I have a I have a 30 milligram and a 2 milligram, and then a 10 milligram. I think. I don't know. I'll have to look, but yeah, I'll figure it out when I get over there and get my eyes on it. I'm not finishing that right now. I'll be right back. Hmm. Yeah. Whew. All right. Hard to get my enthusiasm back after something like that, but I'll try. Oops. Okay. So this one is from Dazed Beverage Group. It is part of the Heavily Dazed series of 30 milligram seltzers. This one in particular is grapefruit. Give me a better look at that there. There we go. It's got 30. I thought it said 50 for a second. 30 milligrams of Delta 9 THC. Delta 9, real fruit, ashwagandha, I think I pronounced that right, agave, and vitamins. Alright, so this one's a little healthier too. Vegan, gluten-free, sustainably, organically sourced. Yeah. 25 calories, 6 grams carbs, 5 grams sugar. Not bad. Ingredients: mountain water. Ooh. Grapefruit grapefruit puree. Wow, it's literally just water, grapefruit, agave, Delta 9, ashwagandha, vitamins, citric acid. Okay, so this one sounds very, very clean. I hear you, man. And it's like, it's going to be different in every store, in every town. There's different stuff available. It can be tough. That's why I try everything I can and try to review everything I can so you guys know what's what. All right. Making a mess. On the nose? Very, very faint aroma. Not picking up much of anything, honestly. Let's give it a try. Okay. Um, Very good flavor. A very low flavor intensity. Right where you would want it as far as the sweetness. It's just sweet enough to keep you interested. Um, I think in the aroma, I'm picking up like the ashwagandha more than anything. I'm definitely getting that in the flavor. Um, Probably about just as much as I'm getting the grapefruit, which isn't a lot. Uh, yeah, super crushable, super low flavor intensity. The carbonation isn't going to slow you down. It's very subtly carbonated. The flavor comes together well. It's got something just a little bit funky in it, though. Oh yeah, it's happened to me several times. And also, a lot of the time, not all the stores really take care of their shelves and like store things properly and pull things from the shelf when they should. Um, so yeah, if you go, you can definitely, if you're at the wrong place trying to pick a random 6 pack, it can definitely go wrong. And that's why I do what I do. I like to let people know what they're getting into. Yeah, this one's really good. Like I said, just enough flavor to keep you interested, uh, but nothing offensive, nothing that's going to slow you down. Um, yeah, I'm already half done. I'm going to sleep well tonight. What is that? And, I know it's a 5. I don't know. A lot of THC. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. you've had this one or anything else from Dazed, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments. Tell me what you thought about them. If this one sounds good, sounds interesting, maybe it's something you might want to try, maybe you have some questions, why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, I can. I don't know. We don't have it at the store, and you know, I don't really shop anywhere else. So, um, yeah, but yeah, this is a possibility. I might be bringing this one in. You might see this one on the shelves at Joe Canals and Marlton at some point. Rating. Yeah, I like this one. It's not going to blow anyone away, but there's nothing bad going on, nothing bad or offensive. So I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. Um, let's go 3.75 out of 5. Not quite a 4. A little more flavor intensity. Again, a little more flavor intensity would have gone a long way with the rating. I almost feel like with some of these, not necessarily this one in particular, but with some of these, they're covering up flaws with the lack of flavor intensity, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'm definitely, after trying this, I'm definitely interested in checking out some more of what Dazed have to offer. And yeah, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time, cheers. Ah, all right, another 5 minutes and I'm going to get out of here, but I definitely will finish this one. Maybe that one, definitely not that one. So, I'm going to go break the seal. That's going to put me to sleep. Yeah. So I did what I set out to do. Bang out a bunch of the samples that were sitting in my fridge. Only a couple left, and one of them is not for. Maybe it is, but not. Yeah, I have this 150 milligram passion fruit seltzer, and I was thinking I'm not going to do that on stream, but then I'm thinking maybe I will do that on stream by itself, and then I didn't know I said this last night if you watched, but maybe I'll review that by itself and then turn on the camera an hour later and review the effects. But we'll see. And if so, I don't know when that's going to happen. And honestly, I think I might just drink it tomorrow night after my wrestling stream. By the way, if anyone is interested in wrestling or they just can't get enough of me, go ahead and check out my other channel, BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, where every Sunday we do a live stream at around 5 o'clock, or exactly 5 o'clock, sorry, discussing the events that happened in wrestling over the course of the week. There was a live event there. I guess you wouldn't call it a live event, but there was an event tonight before I went live, and some fun stuff happened. We'll be talking about that. Oh, and much, much more. Oh, yeah. There it is. There we go. Now on Twitch as well. So, you don't do the YouTube thing, go ahead on over to Twitch. I'm sorry, Rick. All right, enough. Okay. Got a couple more sips here. Everybody, have a wonderful have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope to see everybody tomorrow night's stream. If not, catch everybody next weekend. Everybody have a wonderful night. Yeah, this stuff is definitely starting to kick in. All right. Well, I will see you guys next time on DJ and BG Talk Wrestling and on BJ Drinks Beer. That's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. Ah.